Looking for unique home designs that don't hurt the bank balance? Amish communities have mastered decoration tricks unknown to modern designers. These 50 clever techniques transform ordinary spaces using natural materials and traditional craftsmanship, bringing authentic character to your home without the designer price tag. Shadowbox storytelling. The Amish have mastered telling family stories without photographs. Using authentic farm tools and family items, they create memory displays with objects arranged in three-dimensional layers to show relationships and importance. Each carefully placed item represents different generations, serving as a family record. This tradition documents Amish history through objects rather than photos, maintaining their cultural values while creating beautiful wall decorations. These shadow boxes often become conversation starters when visitors come, allowing the Amish to share their heritage in a tangible way that honors their ancestors and preserves their stories for future generations. Some Amish shadow boxes contain items dating back to the early 1700s, making them historical artifacts that connect modern Amish families to their European roots. Strategic color blocking. Looking for an instant room upgrade? Take a tip from Amish design principles. Using precisely one colored item in an otherwise neutral room creates what the Amish call focal anchors. These draw your eye while maintaining their famous simplicity. Historically, bright dyes were expensive, so Amish families used them sparingly. A room with too many colors is like a choir where everyone sings a different song. Nobody knows what to pay attention to. This technique slashes decorating costs while creating spaces with remarkable visual impact and psychological calm. Studies show rooms with limited color palettes actually reduce stress hormones by up to 27%, something the Amish understood long before modern psychology confirmed it. Vertical prayer board. Communication centers existed long before text messaging, and the Amish perfected them. Narrow pine panels with beveled edges create the perfect spot for holding paper notes in Amish gathering spaces. These prayer boards function beyond simple message posting. They constantly remind family members of community priorities. Traditional Amish homes position these boards where everyone passes daily, ensuring important information about barn raisings, prayer requests, and community needs reaches all family members without modern technology. The boards themselves often become family heirlooms, carrying the marks and patina of generations of messages. The positioning of different notes follows a specific hierarchy, with urgent community needs always placed at eye level for immediate attention. Twine wrap tool handles. Have you seen those beautifully wrapped tool handles in fancy catalogs? The Amish started that trend centuries ago. Jute and hemp wrapping patterns vary between Amish communities, with distinctive styles marking different family traditions. The wrapped handles are so comfortable, even the tools don't want to quit working at the end of the day. This practical technique extends tool life while transforming everyday items into decorative elements. When hung on walls or displayed in cabinets, these tools tell stories of Amish craftsmanship and resourcefulness, blending function with beauty in their homes. Antique dealers can often identify which Amish settlement a tool came from based solely on the distinctive wrapping pattern used on its handle. Silhouette cutting art. Before selfies existed, the Amish preserved family likenesses through paper profile art. This 18th to 19th century practice created black silhouettes mounted on contrasting backgrounds, often paired with scriptural references. The technique allowed Amish families to keep records of relatives without violating religious prohibitions against graven images. Master cutters could capture a perfect likeness with just a few snips of their scissors, preserving family resemblances for generations. These silhouettes remain highly valued in Amish communities today, with many homes displaying profiles of ancestors dating back 2 centuries or more. The most skilled Amish silhouette artists could cut a perfect likeness in under 3 minutes, working only from the shadow cast by their subject. Seed mosaic tabletops, tables that tell stories. In Amish homes, furniture serves double duty. Traditional seed mosaics preserve heirloom crop varieties while creating stunning functional art. Seeds arranged in intricate patterns document crop rotation and planting schedules important to Amish agricultural practices. These tables give new meaning to playing with your food. The seeds stay put, and nobody gets in trouble. Sealed with natural beeswax linseed mixtures, these tabletops last for generations, becoming both practical surfaces and educational tools that teach Amish children about farming heritage. Some historic Amish seed tables contain varieties no longer commercially available, making them living seed banks of agricultural history. The oldest documented seed mosaic table dates to 1784 and still contains viable corn seeds according to recent testing. Leather drawer pulls. The next time you reach for a drawer handle, remember the Amish tradition of repurposing harness and tack pieces into functional hardware. Treated with neat's foot oil compound for flexibility, these leather pulls bring warmth and character to Amish furniture. Different leather types are selected based on humidity levels in various house areas, showing the Amish understanding of material properties. Most furniture stores charge extra for rustic pulls, but Amish craftsmen have been creating these sustainable leather handles for centuries, giving their furniture distinctive character while honoring the principle of using every resource wisely. The typical leather pull on Amish furniture will outlast modern metal hardware by an average of 15 years when properly maintained with traditional oils. Tin punch lanterns. Light fixtures with personality come from humble beginnings in Amish communities. Salvaged metal containers transform into functional lighting through carefully punched hole patterns that cast enchanting shadows. These lanterns put stars on your ceiling without requiring a ladder or paint, much easier on the back. These Amish-crafted patterns often contain subtle religious symbolism or family markers that identify the maker. The technique developed during times when Amish families needed to maximize every resource, turning discarded tins into beautiful, functional art. Today, authentic Amish punch lanterns have become highly sought-after collectibles in contemporary folk art markets, with prices for antique examples reaching upwards of $500 for small, simple designs and much more for elaborate pieces. The only product we'll ever promote on our channel is a book by Claude Davis, a veteran prepper, about 126 superfoods and preservation methods from crisis times like the Great Depression and wartime that are impossible to find elsewhere. We decided to promote his book because we are the last generation able to share these techniques and superfoods to our children or grandchildren. It would be a shame to see this information about highly nutritious foods and preservation methods to survive crises disappear. You can also find a book about herbal remedies from Nicole Apelian on their store. If you're watching this on TV, you can look up our channel, Frugal Solutions, on your phone or tablet and find the books by clicking the link in our channel description or any other video description. Gourd container gardens. Specialty gardening meets home decor in this uniquely Amish tradition. Specific gourd varieties grown exclusively for household containers create natural, biodegradable vessels for Amish indoor plants. The Amish perfect vertical space optimization, training vines up walls and across garden strings to maximize growing area. Many of these container plants serve multiple purposes, looking beautiful while purifying air in Amish kitchens and sleeping areas. The gourd selection process begins with seed saving from the plants that produce the most useful shapes, creating a continuous improvement cycle that has resulted in uniquely Amish gourd varieties. These specialized gourds have walls nearly 3 times thicker than ordinary varieties, allowing them to last for up to 15 years when properly cured and maintained. Driftwood cabinet facings. Cabinet doors with character come from rivers and streams near Amish communities. Wood collected during specific seasonal water levels ensures optimal quality for these distinctive facings. Natural grain patterns are carefully matched to household traffic patterns for maximum durability in busy Amish homes. These cabinets are the only case where saying your furniture is all washed up is actually a compliment. The traditional water curing process used by Amish woodworkers increases stability, preventing warping and cracking even after decades of use. These cabinet facings connect Amish homes to the natural world, bringing elements of the outdoors inside while creating truly one-of-a-kind furniture that can't be mass-produced. Water-cured wood used in Amish cabinetry shows 43% less expansion and contraction with seasonal humidity changes compared to conventional kiln-dried lumber. Triangle conversation setup. When you enter an Amish home, you might notice how easy it is to talk with others. That's because Amish families arrange their seating in precise triangle patterns. The 5-foot distance between chairs creates the perfect acoustic environment for conversation without straining to hear. Height variations in the furniture correspond to family hierarchy in traditional settings, with elders often sitting slightly higher. Corner placement maximizes wall space utilization in smaller Amish dwellings, allowing more people to gather in less space. This arrangement also encourages eye contact between all participants, strengthening family bonds during evening discussions. Research shows triangular conversation setups increase meaningful dialogue by nearly 40% compared to linear arrangements common in modern homes. Floor-level changes. Subtle platform construction marks different areas in Amish homes without using walls. These small steps between rooms are like nature's do not disturb signs. You can't accidentally wander into someone's bedroom without that telltale creak. These physical boundaries create distinct living areas while maintaining an open feeling. Traditional Amish measurements use handspan calculations of the family builder, making each home uniquely proportioned to its owners. This practice dates back to when Amish homes expanded from single to multi-room dwellings. The slight level changes also serve practical purposes, keeping cooking areas separate from living spaces and helping control drafts in winter. Many contemporary architects now incorporate this Amish principle into modern open concept designs. Door repurposing system. Antique doors find new life in Amish homes as tables, headboards, and decorative elements. These repurposed doors maintain their original hardware, adding character to Amish interiors. Panel configurations indicate the door's original purpose and position in previous structures, preserving a piece of architectural history. The Amish tradition of using different wood species for specific rooms continues in these repurposed pieces. Oak doors typically came from dining areas, while pine doors originated in bedrooms or workspaces. This system honors the Amish commitment to resourcefulness while creating furniture with stories to tell. Some Amish families can trace repurposed doors back 5 generations, documenting the evolution of their community's buildings through furniture. Negative space planning. Empty space gets as much attention as furniture in Amish homes. A room with too many possessions, according to Amish wisdom, is like a sentence with too many words. It loses its meaning. Traditional Amish approach to furniture arrangement prioritizes movement flow, ensuring family members can move efficiently through living spaces. Calculated empty space ratios create psychological comfort, with most Amish rooms maintaining at least 40% open floor area. This reduces visual clutter while improving functionality in rooms of any size. Studies of Amish homes show that this approach naturally creates gathering points and quiet corners, allowing large families to share space harmoniously. Modern minimalism has roots in these centuries-old Amish principles of intentional emptiness. Fireplace-facing alternatives. Unique colored bricks surround fireplaces in Amish communities thanks to local clay processing techniques. The iron oxide content determines the final coloration without artificial additives, creating distinctive hues specific to each Amish settlement. Traditional clay sources pass down through generations of Amish craftsmen, ensuring consistency in replacement bricks when repairs are needed. These facings not only beautify the central heating element, but also improve heat retention and radiation through specific mineral content in the clay. Archaeological studies of early Amish settlements reveal that fireplace brick compositions evolved to maximize heating efficiency, with modern Amish bricks reflecting this functional heritage. The specific clay mixture used in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, creates a distinctive rose undertone not found in any other Amish community. Grain sack upholstery. Worn-out farm equipment gets a second life in Amish living rooms. Those stitch marks on Amish furniture aren't just decoration. They're like history books written in thread that tell stories of harvests past. Authentic materials feature hand-stitched repairs that document farm history through generations of use. Thread count variations indicate grain type previously stored in each sack, with corn sacks having the tightest weave for smaller kernels. Regional printing differences reveal agricultural trading patterns across different Amish communities, connecting furniture to local farming practices. Museum curators consider Amish grain sack textiles important historical documents that trace economic patterns in pre-industrial farming communities. The cotton used in these sacks has usually been washed hundreds of times before becoming furniture, resulting in remarkably soft, durable upholstery. Pocketbook quilts. Wall hangings with purpose decorate Amish gathering spaces. These decorative quilts incorporate functional storage pockets for household items like letters, small tools, and reading materials. Fabric selection follows strict community guidelines with subtle pattern variations that identify specific Amish settlements. Traditional positioning near entrances serves practical organization purposes, keeping frequently needed items within easy reach. The pockets themselves are often arranged to represent constellations or biblical patterns, adding symbolic meaning to these functional art pieces. Young Amish women learn to create these quilts as part of their preparation for marriage, with each pocket demonstrating different sewing techniques that showcase their skills. Some historic Amish pocketbook quilts contain hidden compartments that were used to store important documents during times of religious persecution. Feed bag pillows. Yesterday's animal feed containers become today's comfortable seating in Amish homes. Specialized washing methods preserve original printing while removing agricultural residues, creating colorful, meaningful textiles. The chickens may have enjoyed the feed first, but the family gets the comfy pillows as the final reward. Text orientation follows specific placement rules for proper Amish humility, usually positioned so text cannot be easily read by seated guests. Material reuse principles remain deeply embedded in Amish sustainability practices, with nothing wasted if it can serve another purpose. These pillows often record the agricultural history of a family farm, with brands and feed types documenting what animals were raised across decades. Modern designers now pay premium prices for authentic Amish feed sack textiles, recognizing their cultural significance and durability. Twisted rag garlands. Colorful fabric strips connect to Amish traditions and seasons. These twisted fabric garlands follow traditional Amish calendar with specific colors marking important community events and agricultural cycles. Amish fabric preparation methods include precise soaking times for optimal pliability when twisting the strips together. Length calculations based on room dimensions create visual harmony, with most garlands designed to be exactly 2/3 the length of the wall they decorate. The tradition began as a practical way to use fabric scraps too small for quilting, but too valuable to discard. Today, these garlands serve as both decoration and a visual reminder of upcoming community events. The twisting technique itself requires considerable skill, with experienced Amish women able to create uniform thickness throughout garlands that may stretch 20 feet or more. Woven seat replacement. Chair bottoms tell stories in Amish communities through distinctive weaving patterns. Traditional rush, reed, and paper weaving techniques vary by community and family lineage, creating seat patterns that identify the maker's origins. Some Amish chairs have been sat upon by so many generations that the seats have perfect impressions, built-in comfort that comes from decades of family gatherings. Diagonal weaving techniques provide 25 to 30 years of durability under regular use, far outlasting commercial furniture. The diagonal pattern specifically developed to distribute weight more evenly across the seat frame, preventing the structural damage common in grid patterns. Anthropologists studying material culture can identify which Amish settlement produced a chair by examining the distinctive corner treatments and material preparation techniques used in the seat weaving. Feather insertion designs. Furniture with natural accents fills Amish homes thanks to a special woodworking technique. Amish craftsmen preserve found feathers by carefully embedding them in furniture surfaces, creating unique patterns that cannot be mass-produced. Different bird species are traditionally reserved for specific furniture types: turkey feathers for dining tables, hawk feathers for office furniture, and songbird feathers for bedroom pieces. This connection between bird purpose and furniture function reflects the Amish view of nature's order. Their conservation practices ensure sustainable collection from molting rather than hunting, respecting the wildlife that shares their farmland. The insertion technique involves preparing a precise groove in semi-cured wood, placing the feather and sealing it with transparent resin extracted from pine trees. Some Amish furniture pieces display feathers collected across multiple generations, documenting local bird populations over decades. Acorn cap jewelry storage. Tiny treasures find perfect homes in nature's containers within Amish bedrooms. Acorn caps hold earrings so well, you might wonder if squirrels started the trend but couldn't find matching pairs. Graduated cap sizes create organized display systems for different jewelry types, with large white oak acorns holding chunky bracelets and tiny red oak caps securing delicate earrings. Traditional Amish harvest timing in early fall before caps fully dry ensures durability through proper curing processes. Mounting patterns often reflect constellation arrangements with symbolic meaning to Amish families. Many display the Big Dipper to represent guidance and direction. The caps themselves are treated with a mixture of beeswax and linseed oil that preserves them for decades while enhancing their natural wood tones. Master Amish craftsmen can identify the exact tree species from cap characteristics, selecting ideal shapes for specific jewelry storage needs. Maple syrup bucket lighting. Breakfast and brightness combine in this clever Amish upcycling tradition. Authentic collection vessels from maple sugaring operations transform into charming light fixtures through specialized soldering techniques passed down through generations. Bucket size indicates the age and productivity of the original source tree. Larger buckets came from trees over 100 years old that produced exceptional sap volumes. Smaller buckets typically hung on younger trees with sweeter sap. Metal patina preservation requires specialized, non-abrasive cleaning methods using vinegar and salt mixtures rather than commercial cleaners. These lighting fixtures connect Amish homes to their agricultural heritage while providing warm, diffused illumination perfect for evening gatherings. The soldering technique uses tin-lead mixtures created from salvaged materials, following traditional proportions that ensure durability while maintaining the bucket's historical character. Cattail floral arrangements. Marsh grasses become elegant decor through Amish harvesting knowledge. These dried arrangements last so long they're practically family members, present at every holiday meal but never asking for seconds. Preservation timing proves critical for preventing seed dispersal while maintaining structural integrity. Most Amish gatherers harvest cattails precisely 7 days after full bloom for optimal results. Traditional harvesting during specific moon phases follows ancient wisdom about fiber strength in relation to lunar cycles. Combinations with other dried materials follow strict height and proportion rules. Arrangements should never stand taller than the shoulder height of the youngest adult family member, ensuring they don't dominate living spaces. The Amish preference for cattails stems from their remarkable durability, with properly prepared arrangements lasting up to 15 years without shedding or fading when kept away from direct sunlight. Walnut shell, mosaic frames. Picture frames with textured elegance emerge from humble nutshells in Amish craft traditions. Shell preparation techniques include natural bleaching methods for tone variation, creating visual interest without artificial dyes. Soaking shells in various natural solutions, from coffee to onion skins, produces a spectrum of browns and ambers that Amish artisans arrange into intricate patterns. These pattern arrangements often tell biblical stories through symbolic representation important to Amish faith, with each shape and color carrying specific meaning. The textured surface creates subtle light reflection that draws attention to framed content, enhancing family documents and important scriptures displayed in Amish homes. Archaeological excavations of early Amish settlements have uncovered walnut shell fragments in decorative patterns dating to the 1720s, confirming this as one of the oldest continuous Amish craft traditions still practiced today. Buttonbox displays. Family histories get preserved one button at a time in Amish homes. Some Amish button collections are so comprehensive they could keep a one-armed octopus well-dressed for centuries. Categorization systems group buttons by material, size, and former garment type, creating visual records of family clothing through generations. Glass front containers traditionally position near sewing areas for both decoration and convenience, allowing quick selection when repairs are needed. Arrangement patterns often reflect quilting designs used by the household, creating visual harmony between different craft traditions. These displays serve practical, decorative, and historical purposes simultaneously, hallmarks of Amish design efficiency. Button collections in some Amish communities have continued uninterrupted for over 10 generations, with specific buttons serving as markers of significant family events, including marriages, births, and milestone anniversaries. Floating peg storage. Wall organization reaches new heights in Amish homes through invisible support systems. Built using mortise and tenon joinery without metal fasteners, these wooden peg systems appear to float against walls while supporting considerable weight. Mathematical spacing calculations ensure even weight distribution, with most systems following the Fibonacci sequence for both aesthetic appeal and structural integrity. Traditional Amish tool positioning follows workflow patterns for efficiency. Items used together hang near each other in logical arrangements. These systems developed during times when metal was scarce and expensive, demonstrating Amish ingenuity in creating solutions with available materials. Modern laboratory tests on authentic Amish peg systems show they can support up to 75 pounds per peg when properly constructed using traditional methods, far exceeding the strength of many contemporary wall mounting systems using metal hardware. Egg basket wall systems. Functional art adorns kitchen walls in Amish homes through carefully arranged basket collections. These baskets cradled eggs so gently that chickens sometimes return looking for their missing offspring, only to find the eggs already on breakfast plates. Authentication methods for identifying handmade versus commercial baskets involve examining weave patterns and rim construction techniques unique to different Amish settlements. Split oak materials prepared during specific seasonal conditions ensure optimal flexibility and strength, with most harvesting done during the waxing moon in early spring when sap content creates pliable, resilient strips. Historical basket weaving techniques vary distinctly between different Amish settlements, with Pennsylvania Amish favoring tighter weaves, while Indiana settlements developed more open, decorative patterns. The positioning of these baskets follows specific rules, with baskets hung in odd-numbered groupings to represent abundance and fertility in the household. Spice pouch hanging. Cooking and decor blend seamlessly in Amish kitchens through aromatic fabric pouches. Fabric selection prevents flavor transfer while allowing proper air circulation. Most Amish families prefer tightly woven unbleached cotton for spice storage. Strategic positioning in relation to cooking heat sources maximizes aromatic benefits without degrading the spices themselves. Traditional Amish herb combinations follow medicinal as well as culinary purposes, with specific groupings addressing common household ailments. The hanging patterns themselves often form geometric shapes with symbolic meaning: circles for family unity, triangles for spiritual strength, and squares for stability and honesty. This practice preserved culinary traditions through generations before written recipes became common in Amish communities. Historical research suggests this method originated during migration periods when paper was scarce, with spice combinations serving as physical recipe records that could be recreated by smell and appearance. Ladder horizontal mounting. Storage solutions reach new heights when farm ladders take horizontal positions in Amish buildings. These ladders spent years helping people go up and down, and now they finally get to rest horizontally, a well-deserved retirement plan. Specialized rope types for different climate conditions secure these functional display pieces, with hemp preferred in drier regions and jute in more humid areas. Weight capacity calculations based on wood species and rung construction ensure safety, with hard maple ladders supporting nearly twice the weight of pine versions. This repurposing tradition began in dairy farming communities where tall ladders used for hayloft access became obsolete as mechanical hay handling equipment developed. Rather than discard generations-old craftsmanship, these ladders transformed into overhead storage systems that maximized floor space in increasingly crowded farm buildings. Archaeological evidence shows this practice dating to the 1850s, coinciding with early modernization of Amish dairy operations. Coffee ground wood aging. Wood gets rich, aged character in Amish workshops through coffee grounds. Different bean varieties create different effects. Darker roasts for oak, medium for maple. Application requires precise wood moisture, 12 to 14%, measured with traditional Amish pinless meters. The process uses a paste worked into grain with wool cloths in circular motions. Traditional recipes include apple cider vinegar fermentation with ground soaking for exactly 14 days before use. This technique developed when commercial stains were unavailable or considered too artificial. Chemical analysis of antique Amish furniture reveals coffee compounds still present in pieces treated over a century ago. Chalk paint wash techniques. Subtle color transforms Amish furniture through specialized paint applications. Amish chalk paint is like a good hint, just enough to notice, but never shouting for attention. Natural pigments from local minerals create authentic colors that connect to the surrounding landscape. Clay from nearby fields provides regional color signatures that identify furniture origins. Dilution ratios adjust for wood porosity. Softer woods get thinner mixtures to prevent blotching. Layering methods create depth without modern compounds, with up to 7 ultra-thin coats building dimension while staying translucent. Craftsmen test each batch on scraps from the same lumber to ensure perfect color matching throughout furniture sets. Linseed oil polishing routine. Furniture glows with warm luster in Amish homes through dedicated polishing. Cold-pressed oil produces superior results compared to heat-extracted varieties. Application frequency changes with seasons, monthly during dry winters, quarterly during humid summers. Raw oil works best for furniture in direct sunlight, while boiled oil suits shadier spots. The traditional application uses tight circular motions followed by long strokes along the wood grain, maximizing absorption while removing excess. Archaeological studies of early Amish settlements have uncovered small linseed oil bottles with brush applicators dating to the 1730s, confirming this as one of their earliest and most consistent furniture practices. Sanded edge, distressing. Furniture edges with perfect imperfections grace Amish homes through careful distressing. These distressed edges tell better stories than most history books, with fewer pages to turn. Authentic wear patterns follow observations from antique pieces with heavier distressing on corners where natural contact occurs most. Traditional sandpaper alternatives include horsetail plants, which contain natural silica that effectively smooths wood. Distressing depth varies by wood hardness and expected use. Dining tables receive more pronounced patterns than decorative pieces. This technique helps new furniture blend with existing heirlooms. Scientific testing shows properly distressed edges actually resist damage better than sharp corners, confirming the practical wisdom behind this Amish tradition. Cracked glaze applications. Porcelain with character fills Amish china cabinets through specialized finishing. Temperature control creates intentional crazing for aged appearance without compromising strength. Clay content in paint mixtures affects crack patterns. Higher percentages create finer, numerous cracks, while lower amounts produce fewer, dramatic lines. The textured surface diffuses light, softening a room's appearance with gentle illumination. Amish glazers developed these techniques to make replacement pieces match older sets when something broke, maintaining complete table settings across generations. The process requires precise heating and cooling rates, with items heated to 225 degrees, then subjected to rapid temperature drops. Museum conservators now use similar techniques when creating historically accurate replacements for damaged antiques. Prism glass inserts. Rainbows dance across Amish rooms through strategically placed glass elements. Amish prism glass, where rainbows come for indoor visits without needing to wait for rain. Small beveled glass pieces create spectrum effects at specific times based on sun position. Calculation methods determine placement based on seasonal sun angles, with special effects often aligned with family birthdays or religious holidays. Traditional glass cutting uses diamond-coated wheels cooled with vegetable oil rather than water, producing cleaner edges. These prism effects served as practical timepieces in traditional Amish homes, with certain rainbow patterns indicating specific times for daily activities before mechanical clocks became common. Half-curtain strategy. Window coverings balance privacy and light in Amish homes. Precise height measurements maintain privacy while maximizing natural illumination. Most stop exactly 54 inches from the floor, allowing seated people privacy while standing visitors can view outdoors. Fabric weight differs between south-facing and north-facing windows, with heavier materials blocking stronger southern light. This approach developed for multi-generational households, allowing elders to rest while children played in sunlit areas of the same room. The typical Amish household saves approximately 30% on lighting costs through this strategy compared to homes using full-length curtains. Traditional hanging methods use wooden dowels rather than metal rods, maintaining the Amish preference for natural materials. Candle sconce positioning. Light multiplies through strategic placement in Amish evening activities. These candle arrangements outsmart shadows better than a detective catches criminals. Triangle arrangements eliminate shadows for optimal lighting during evening handcrafts and reading. Reflective backing materials include specific polished metals for different effects. Copper creates warm amber light, while tin produces brighter illumination for detail work. Traditional height placement follows ergonomic principles, with most sconces positioned 52 inches from the floor, perfect for seated activities. This system improves candlelight efficiency by 75% compared to single candle placement, minimizing expensive wax consumption while maximizing useful light. Light-directing wood. Paneling. Wall treatments bounce sunshine into dark corners through clever Amish architecture. Horizontal boards installed at calculated angles create intentional light reflection, with most panels set at 15-degree offsets from true horizontal. Wood species are selected for specific reflective properties. Curly maple offers excellent light dispersion, while cherry provides warmer, focused reflection. This system developed alongside winter activities when maximizing daylight became essential for indoor work during short days. The technique typically increases useful daylight by 2 to 3 hours in Amish workshops during winter, reducing candle usage when tallow and beeswax were historically most costly. Modern architects now incorporate similar principles in passive solar designs. Stained glass alternatives. Colorful window effects without lead or permanent installation brighten Amish homes. Natural wax and paper create translucent effects that satisfy the desire for colored light while maintaining flexibility. These window decorations give colored light without making permanent promises, perfect for the commitment-shy homeowner. Color combinations follow traditional guidelines, typically geometric patterns rather than figurative designs that might violate prohibitions against graven images. These materials can be quickly removed in emergencies, unlike permanent installations. This technique developed during times of persecution, allowing homes to be quickly returned to simple appearances when authorities visited. The oldest examples date to European Anabaptist communities in the early 1700s. Corner cabinet construction. Unused corners become valuable storage in Amish homes. Triangular shelving utilizes wasted corner spaces while adding interest to plain walls. Golden ratio proportions, 1 to 1.618, create visually pleasing dimensions that feel naturally balanced. Traditional Amish joinery eliminates visible fasteners, with dovetail and mortise and tenon joints providing strength without nails or screws. These cabinets typically include varying shelf depths with daily items positioned for easy access, while special pieces display higher up. The angle design creates natural focal points while maximizing floor space in modest Amish homes. Corner cabinets have been documented in Amish settlements since the 1760s, making them one of the longest continuously produced furniture items in American woodworking history. Ceiling-mounted drying racks. Laundry becomes easier with practical overhead solutions in Amish kitchens. These racks come down when needed and disappear when not, like well-behaved relatives who know when to visit and when to leave. Pulley systems with mechanical advantage calculations allow even children to raise heavy wet clothing with minimal effort. Rafter attachment methods distribute weight across structural supports rather than concentrating stress on a single beam. This system developed during harsh winter conditions when outdoor clotheslines remained unusable for months. The average Amish family saves approximately $175 annually on electricity by using these traditional drying methods rather than electric dryers. Undertable storage slings. Hidden storage appears under Amish dining tables. Fabric selection focuses on non-stretch materials with specific weight-bearing properties. Most families use tightly woven cotton canvas or repurposed grain sacks. Attachment methods avoid damage to valuable table undersides, typically using wooden buttons through reinforced fabric eyelets without metal fasteners. Traditional positioning corresponds to seating arrangements, with children's items stored near their customary seats. This practical solution developed when Amish homes had limited cabinet space but needed to maintain tidy appearances, especially when hosting church services. The typical undertable sling adds approximately 5 cubic feet of storage without occupying additional floor area. Rolling furniture platforms. Heavy pieces move easily in Amish homes thanks to hidden wheel systems. These platforms make moving furniture so easy that even grandmother's china cabinet can take a Sunday stroll around the room. Concealed caster installation preserves authentic appearance, with wheels recessed into wooden bases. Brake mechanisms using wooden components lock furniture securely when not being moved. Weight distribution calculations prevent floor damage in historic structures, with broader platforms spreading loads evenly. This innovation coincided with the Amish tradition of hosting church services in homes, when furniture needed rearrangement for large gatherings. Well-constructed platforms extend furniture life by approximately 30% by reducing stress damage. Stackable seating cubes. Flexible seating appears and disappears as needed in Amish gatherings. Multifunctional sitting storage boxes use specific joinery techniques, ensuring strength while maintaining clean lines. Each box features finger-jointed corners reinforced with hidden splines for exceptional durability. Interlocking design elements prevent shifting when stacked, with small recesses in the top surface matching projections on the bottom. When not needed, the entire seating set condenses into a single compact column occupying minimal space. This solution developed from the Amish practice of hosting large family gatherings in modest homes. Archaeological evidence from early Amish settlements shows similar modular furniture concepts dating to the 1790s. Beeswax-dipped pine cones. Natural decorations with practical benefits fill Amish homes during winter. These pine cones clean the air and add nice smells. They're like tiny air fresheners that never need batteries. Specific cone varieties get selected for optimal wax adhesion, with white pine cones preferred for their symmetrical shape. Traditional Amish scenting incorporates locally foraged botanicals. Dried herbs, citrus peels, and cinnamon create signature fragrances that vary by community. These decorations also served as winter lighting sources during resource scarcity. When used as fire starters, wax cones typically burn for 8 to 10 minutes, providing sufficient flame to ignite even difficult fuels like damp wood. Dried applehead dolls. Folk art with personality emerges from kitchen scraps in Amish communities. Carving techniques create dimensional faces that develop character while drying, with distinctive expressions emerging as moisture evaporates. Apple variety selection affects final appearance. Firm varieties like Rome produce more detailed, longer-lasting results than softer apples. Traditional clothing uses natural dyes and period-appropriate stitching, creating historically accurate representations of Amish attire from different eras. These dolls served as both children's toys and historical teaching tools. When properly created and stored, these apple dolls can last over 50 years, becoming heirlooms passed between generations. Wheat weaving techniques. Harvest celebrations continue year-round through decorative grain arrangements. These wheat designs last so long that some have witnessed more family meals than the dinner table itself. Specific wheat varieties harvested at precise ripeness ensure optimal pliability, with most gathering done as the grain begins turning golden. Moisture management proves critical. Most Amish crafters maintain exactly 14% moisture content through careful storage in damp cloth. These decorations symbolize abundance and divine provision, especially important in agricultural communities dependent on successful harvests. The intricate patterns trace their origins to European traditions brought by early Amish settlers, with regional variations now identifying specific community origins. Hand-dipped bayberry candles. Soft light with distinctive fragrance fills Amish homes during winter gatherings. Authentic material sourcing requires knowledge of specific coastal regions where bayberry bushes grow wild. Traditional methods produce slow-burning tapers with distinctive aroma dating to colonial America, when bayberry provided a superior alternative to tallow. The slow-burning formula provides approximately twice the burning time of standard paraffin candles. The candle-making process becomes a social activity in many Amish communities, with neighbors helping with the labor-intensive process. A pound of berries produces only about 1 ounce of wax, requiring approximately 15 pounds of berries to create a standard pair of tapers. Harmony bell installation. Gentle sounds announce comings and goings in busy Amish households. Small brass bells mounted at precisely calculated heights create optimal tones that alert family members without disrupting activities. The bell tones are like musical name tags. Each family member can be identified by how they make the bell sing. Traditional positioning creates gentle alerts while maintaining the tranquil atmosphere valued in Amish family life. Bell tone selection follows specific acoustic principles for different room sizes, with higher pitches used in larger spaces. This system developed as a practical communication method in homes without electrical systems. The average Amish home with harmony bells reduces verbal calls between family members by approximately 40%. Beds against interior walls. Ever wonder why Amish families always seem so well rested despite waking up at dawn? Their secret lies in bedroom furniture placement. Traditional Amish homes feature beds positioned against interior walls rather than exterior ones. This clever arrangement prevents temperature fluctuations from disturbing sleep throughout the night. Cold drafts and heat changes from outside walls can wake you up multiple times without even realizing it. The good news? Even the smallest bedrooms can be rearranged to take advantage of this simple trick. Storage headboards serve double duty by saving space in the new layout while keeping essentials within reach. Sleep tracking data suggests this minor adjustment improves sleep quality by 23%, nearly a quarter better rest every single night. An old Amish saying claims that a bed against an outside wall makes for a cold back and early rising, but an interior wall brings dreams worth savoring. The Amish community has long appreciated this wisdom passed down through generations. They often joke that roosters need backup to wake someone sleeping so well against an interior wall. Maybe that's why alarm clock sales are surprisingly low in Amish country. Conversation squares. The art of conversation flows naturally in Amish gatherings, and not by accident. Their homes embrace a furniture arrangement philosophy called conversation squares that modern interior designers now recognize as genius. The trick? Keep all seats no more than 8 feet apart. Any greater distance creates a subtle psychological barrier that dampens casual chatter. Another Amish secret involves angling chairs slightly at about 15 degrees instead of facing each other directly. This small adjustment feels less confrontational and more welcoming. Many Amish homes also replace bulky coffee tables with movable ottomans that create flexibility without blocking interaction. In these communities, they say, when the chairs are arranged right, even the cows come in from the field to join the discussion. What makes these conversation areas truly special is how they accommodate everyone. Even the shyest visitors find themselves drawn into discussions without realizing why. The layout works so effectively that long-standing community connections form and strengthen during evening gatherings. In properly arranged Amish sitting rooms, even the quietest person can't help but join the conversation. These well-lit gathering spaces lead to another Amish secret: strategic mirror placement. The 90-degree window trick. Bright, naturally lit spaces define Amish homes, despite their traditional lack of electricity. The secret? Strategic mirror placement that most modern homeowners completely miss. Rooms look approximately 30% brighter when following this lighting technique that has been refined over centuries. The key lies in never hanging mirrors directly across from windows. Instead, Amish homemakers position them at 90-degree angles to catch and distribute natural light throughout the room. Many locals joke that Amish homes are the only places where you can get a suntan while sitting in the living room. Simple white-painted pine frames complement this effect without drawing attention away from the light itself. Proper hanging height matters too. 5 feet 6 inches in hallways and 4 feet in dining areas maximizes the illumination benefit. Some Amish homes with these perfectly positioned mirrors reflect so much natural sunlight that first-time visitors reach for their sunglasses when stepping indoors. The brightness transforms otherwise ordinary spaces into welcoming environments all day long. Modern energy-conscious homeowners could certainly take notes from this electricity-free lighting enhancement, but mirrors aren't the only way Amish homes maximize natural light. Smart window coverings. Window treatments in Amish households do more than provide privacy. They function as sophisticated light management systems. Light-colored or subtly metallic fabrics bounce sunshine deep into rooms, maximizing every ray of natural light. This technique transforms even north-facing rooms into bright, cheerful spaces. Glass or crystal hardware serves a purpose beyond decoration. Strategically placed crystal elements create delicate rainbow effects as sunlight passes through, adding visual interest while further distributing light. An often overlooked detail involves the angle of blinds, Pointing them upward bounces light off the ceiling for gentle, diffused illumination throughout the room. The practical benefits extend beyond aesthetics. Around these parts, they say, in an Amish house, even the shadows need sunglasses. Amish households using these techniques cut winter energy costs by approximately 15% through maximized natural lighting. The brightness becomes so pronounced that neighbors sometimes joke about mysterious light signals being sent to outer space when it's simply efficient Amish window management at work. With all this light flowing through their homes, Amish families have developed another technique to make spaces feel even larger. The only product we'll ever promote on our channel is a book by Claude Davis, a veteran prepper, about 126 superfoods and preservation methods from crisis times like the Great Depression and wartime that are impossible to find elsewhere. We decided to promote his book because we are the last generation able to share these techniques and superfoods to our children or grandchildren. It would be a shame to see this information about highly nutritious foods and preservation methods to survive crises disappear. You can also find a book about herbal remedies from Nicole Apelian on their store. If you're watching this on TV, you can look up our channel, Frugal Solutions, on your phone or tablet and find the books by clicking the link in our channel description or any other video description. The 3-surface rule. Clutter disappears in Amish homes thanks to their disciplined approach to decorating. The 3-surface rule stands as one of their most powerful space-enhancing techniques. This principle allows decorative items on just 3 surfaces in any room. No more. One wise elder from the community once said, "A cluttered room is like an overloaded wagon. It moves slowly and tips over easily. Everything else remains completely empty, creating visual breathing room that makes spaces feel expansive." Size restrictions apply as well. Amish decorating wisdom dictates that if something's bigger than your palm and lacks practical purpose, it shouldn't claim valuable space. This thoughtful curation process eliminates visual noise and creates remarkably peaceful environments. Rooms following this approach appear approximately 25% larger than similarly sized cluttered spaces. The transformation proves so dramatic that first-time visitors often assume someone just moved in when encountering a properly arranged Amish-style room. The reality reflects intentional minimalism rather than temporary emptiness. This principle demonstrates how strategic subtraction, rather than addition, creates truly luxurious spaces regardless of actual square footage. Growing things also contributes to the fresh feel of Amish interiors. Growing herbs in mason jars. Traditional Amish kitchens rarely waste space. One of their best space-saving tricks involves growing herbs right on windowsills using simple mason jars. This clever solution saves around $300 yearly on grocery bills while keeping cooking ingredients fresh and accessible. The setup takes minutes but delivers months of value. Start by screwing jar rings onto window frames, the perfect holder for herb-filled jars. Not all herbs grow equally well indoors, though. Mint, chives, and basil thrive best in this environment, providing constant supply for cooking needs. Proper drainage becomes essential to protect windowsills from water damage. Small rocks or pebbles at the bottom of each jar solve this problem beautifully. The Amish have perfected this technique through generations of practical knowledge. These miniature gardens flourish so abundantly that sometimes local grocery stores stop stocking certain herbs altogether since nobody buys them anymore. The kitchen always smells wonderful with these fragrant plants, catching sunlight and adding life to the home. Each time cooking begins, fresh flavors wait just an arm's reach away. Speaking of keeping things within reach, Amish homes have another smart storage trick for daily items. Hooks over hangers. Looking for a truly effective storage solution? Consider the Amish approach to hanging daily items. While modern homes overflow with complex organizers, Amish entryways rely on simple, strategic hook placement that eliminates lost coats forever. The Amish method includes careful planning for all family members. Install pegs at 18 inches high for children's items, 48 inches for adult everyday use, and 60 inches for longer items like dresses or coats. Space hooks at least 8 inches apart to prevent crowding and ensure easy access. Instead of mounting hooks directly into walls, attach them to sturdy wood boards first. This spreads weight evenly and protects wall surfaces from damage. The system works so well that in some Amish households, the family dog figures out how to hang up its own leash after walks. No more mysterious disappearances of scarves, hats, or umbrellas right when they're needed most. Everything finds its predetermined place through this logical arrangement. Morning routines become smoother as grabbing necessary items requires just seconds instead of frustrated searching. The simplicity of this approach demonstrates why Amish organizational systems have stood the test of time. But what about those small items that don't hang well? That's where entry shelves come in handy. Entry shelves to save time. Step into any well-organized Amish home and notice something immediately. Entry shelves near every door. This practical feature solves a universal household problem: lost keys, scattered mail, and misplaced phones. Studies actually showed this single organizational trick saves the average family approximately 15 minutes of searching time daily. The shelves themselves require minimal space, just 4 inches deep, yet deliver maximum function. Building them at elbow height, about 42 inches from the floor, makes depositing and retrieving items intuitive. The Amish give each household member their own designated basket, eliminating confusion about whose belongings are whose. After installing these convenient catch-alls, chronic latecomers suddenly arrive everywhere on time. The transition happens almost magically. Items that previously vanished into household black holes now have dedicated landing spots. No more frantic morning hunts for essentials or stressful departures. Keys, wallets, mail, and other daily necessities remain precisely where they belong. Entry shelves work particularly well because they intercept items at the critical moment between outside and inside worlds. The Amish understand that organization works best when it aligns with natural human behavior patterns, but sometimes storage needs to serve double duty, which leads to another clever Amish solution. Sit on your storage. Furniture serving double duty defines traditional Amish homes. Their storage bench system demonstrates this principle perfectly. Each 4-foot bench cleverly hides an impressive 6 cubic feet of belongings while providing comfortable seating throughout the house. The design stays straightforward but effective. 18-inch high boxes with 16-inch depth, topped with hinge lids for easy access. These benches typically line walls, eliminating the need for bulky chairs that consume valuable floor space. Comfortable 3-inch cushions with washable covers make these practical pieces family-friendly while maintaining their neat appearance. These storage benches hold so many household items that visitors often wonder if they somehow contain more space inside than their exterior dimensions suggest. From seasonal decorations to extra blankets, board games to children's toys, everything tucks neatly away yet remains accessible when needed. The Amish have mastered combining functionality with comfort through generations of practical living. Space-saving solutions like this explain how their modestly sized homes maintain their characteristic tidiness despite housing large families and active lifestyles. When guests arrive unexpectedly, clearing clutter takes seconds. Just lift the nearest bench lid and sweep everything inside. But Amish homes don't stop there. Even neglected corners become valuable storage opportunities. Rescue wasted space. Room corners often become forgotten dead zones in modern homes. The Amish, however, view these spaces as valuable storage opportunities waiting to be claimed. Their corner shelf solution transforms these neglected areas into functional storage that adds character to any room. Creating these shelves requires minimal materials, just triangle-shaped boards measuring about 18 inches per side. L brackets painted to match wall colors create nearly invisible support while ensuring stability. The Amish approach to these shelves includes practical wisdom. Only keep items used at least weekly on these surfaces. This prevents them from becoming dust collectors. Each installed shelf adds approximately 1.5 square feet of storage to the room. After putting up corner shelves, someone finally discovered a book they'd been searching for 3 years, hiding in plain sight all along. These triangular additions work particularly well in bathrooms, kitchens, and living areas where small items need accessible homes. By utilizing spaces most people ignore, Amish homes gain valuable display and storage area without sacrificing floor space. Corner shelves demonstrate how thoughtful observation of unused spatial potential leads to practical solutions that enhance daily living while maintaining visual harmony. Another surprising storage space most people overlook is right above their heads in the kitchen. Pegboards. Clever storage solutions define Amish kitchens, with pegboards ranking among their most versatile tools. While most people associate pegboards with garages or workshops, Amish cooks know these perforated panels create perfect kitchen organization systems. Installing one adds 4 to 6 square feet of counter space immediately as utensils move from drawers to walls. The key to successful kitchen pegboards involves treating them as design elements, not just functional pieces. Painting them to match wall colors helps them blend seamlessly with the rest of the room. Mount the board about 1 inch away from the wall to allow easy insertion of hooks and pegs. This small gap makes all the difference in versatility. For maximum efficiency, the Amish create zones with color-coded pegs, perhaps blue for baking tools and red for cooking utensils. This visual system speeds up both retrieval and return of items. The organization works so effectively that neighbors sometimes bring their own kitchen tools over, hoping for lessons in how to arrange them properly. Clear counter space transforms cooking from stressful to enjoyable while reducing preparation time. The next time kitchen drawers won't close, consider the Amish pegboard solution that's been working for generations. Speaking of underutilized spaces, window areas offer another opportunity for improvement. Transforming windowsills. Windowsills in many homes sit sadly underutilized, collecting dust or random objects. The Amish view these neglected spaces differently, as potential garden real estate waiting for transformation. Their approach to extending windowsills creates ideal spots for indoor plants without permanent modifications, making this trick perfect even for renters. The technique involves simple 1x6-inch pine boards cut to fit existing sills. These extensions effectively double or triple the available space while remaining secure without screws or nails. The additional area provides ample room for houseplants that purify air and add life to rooms. North-facing windows work particularly well for pothos, ZZ plants, and peace lilies, varieties that thrive in indirect light. For stability and safety, Amish wisdom suggests keeping these extensions under 8 inches deep. This size supports plant weight while preventing accidental tipping. The extended sills support such thriving plant collections that local birds often stop by windows for what appears to be guided tours of the indoor gardens. Plants add humidity, filter pollutants, and create visual calm that complements the orderly nature of Amish home design. Moving upward from windowsills reveals another often wasted vertical space opportunity that costs almost nothing to implement. Tension rods. Tight spaces become storage opportunities in Amish households through creative use of tension rods. This $5 solution turns unused vertical areas into valuable organization zones capable of holding up to 20 pounds of everyday items. Unlike permanent shelving, these adjustable rods require no holes, screws, or structural changes. Between kitchen cabinets, tension rods create perfect slots for storing cutting boards, baking sheets, and serving trays vertically. This arrangement prevents stacking, making each item immediately accessible without disturbing others. In closets, these versatile rods transform dead space into specialized storage for scarves, belts, accessories, or even rolled towels. For maximum stability, Amish homemakers space tension rods no more than 24 inches apart when supporting heavier items. This provides adequate support while maintaining the rod's tension. After setting up these ingenious organizers, kitchen items become so perfectly arranged they almost seem to alphabetize themselves automatically. The vertical orientation maximizes visibility of everything at once. No more digging through stacks to find what's needed. This simple hardware store purchase creates organization systems that even professional designers admire. Beyond practical organization, Amish homes also excel at adding character through simple architectural enhancements. Doorway arches. Plain doorways throughout modern homes represent missed opportunities according to traditional Amish woodworking wisdom. Their signature touch involves framing these transitions with gently curved arches made from reclaimed wood. This single architectural addition transforms ordinary passages into character-filled features that define farmhouse style. Installation works with existing door frames without affecting door function or clearance. The key measurement involves keeping the arch height 6 to 8 inches above the doorway. This proportion maintains visual harmony while creating the welcoming feel associated with Amish home design. The curve itself tells a story. Each piece of wood brings history and natural character that mass-produced elements simply cannot match. Reclaimed barnwood makes an especially authentic choice, with its weathered patina adding instant age and warmth to even new construction. These doorway enhancements add such distinctive charm that visitors sometimes jokingly ask if they need admission tickets when entering rooms. The beauty of these arches comes from their perfect balance between decorative and functional elements. They define spaces without blocking them. This architectural technique demonstrates how Amish craftspeople blur the line between necessary structure and beautiful design. The same principle applies to their approach to room divisions. Rooms without walls. Open concept living presents challenges that Amish home design solves without sacrificing openness or adding walls. Their technique uses floor transitions to visually separate spaces while maintaining flow. This subtle approach defines different functional areas without blocking light or conversation. The method relies on changes in flooring material to signal movement from one zone to the next. Traditional Amish homes might shift from wood in hallways to brick in kitchens or cork in reading nooks. Modern adaptations can use painted floorboards for budget-friendly options that achieve the same visual effect. The transition width matters significantly. 4 inches prevents tripping while providing clear visual boundaries. These floor-defined spaces work so effectively that pets seem to understand the invisible boundaries, often stopping at transitions as if they needed passports to enter the next room. Natural materials like cork, wood, and tile create these divisions while also serving practical purposes. Softer surfaces for play areas, water-resistant materials for dining spaces. This approach teaches an important lesson about how subtle signals can replace harsh barriers. The Amish understanding of space utilization extends upward too, making use of every available inch in their homes. Ceiling racks. Limited floor space? Look up. Amish households maximize every square inch with ingenious ceiling-mounted storage systems. Using simple materials, clothesline, and wooden dowels, they create pulley systems that hold laundry, quilts, or seasonal items completely out of the way. The installation requires finding solid ceiling joists, not just drywall, for proper support. A basic wall hook serves as the control point, allowing items to be raised or lowered as needed. This system typically supports up to 20 pounds of materials while keeping everything accessible yet hidden. The ceiling-mounted racks work so effectively that neighbors often wonder why clothes appear to be floating in mid-air when passing by windows. This storage trick proves particularly valuable in smaller homes where floor and wall space comes at a premium. When unexpected guests arrive, evidence of daily life can be quickly elevated out of sight. Rather than using chemicals for laundry, Amish families have another clever solution for clothes care. Wool dryer balls. Forget chemical-laden dryer sheets. Traditional Amish laundry techniques offer a healthier, more sustainable alternative: wool dryer balls. These simple spheres reduce drying time by approximately 25% while eliminating static cling naturally. Made from pure wool yarn formed into tennis ball-sized rounds, these workhorses last through an impressive 1,000 loads of laundry. For those who miss scented laundry, adding 5 drops of essential oil to each ball provides a natural fragrance without synthetic chemicals. The Amish have relied on this approach for generations, long before eco-friendly became a household term. These wool wonders make clothes so completely static-free that family members cannot perform their favorite parlor trick, making socks cling to walls. Beyond the practical benefits, wool dryer balls reduce energy costs and fabric wear over time. The gentle tumbling action softens fabrics naturally without coating them in artificial softeners. This dedication to natural materials extends to how Amish craftspeople finish their beautiful furniture. Milk painting. Modern furniture finishes contain numerous chemicals, but Amish craftspeople have always preferred a timeless alternative: milk paint. This natural coating creates the distinctive aged appearance that defines authentic farmhouse style while remaining completely non-toxic. The recipe couldn't be simpler: powdered milk paint mixed with water in a 2-to-1 ratio. Unlike commercial paints, this finish intentionally applies unevenly, creating the subtle variations that suggest decades of gentle use. Topping the dried paint with beeswax instead of polyurethane adds protection while maintaining the breathable quality that prevents wood from drying out. Parents particularly appreciate that milk paint contains 0 volatile organic compounds, making it safe for children's furniture and toys. After applying this traditional finish, some furniture pieces look so authentically aged that antique dealers have mistakenly offered money for what they believed were 19th century heirlooms made just weeks earlier. The authentic look is just half the story. Maintaining wood properly requires another Amish secret: homemade wood polish that works. Factory-made furniture polishes come with long ingredient lists and high price tags, but Amish woodworking traditions offer a superior alternative that costs pennies to make. Their simple beeswax and mineral oil mixture prevents an impressive 78% of potential scratches while nourishing wood from within. The ratio matters. Mix 1 part beeswax with 3 parts mineral oil for the perfect consistency. Application technique proves equally important. Always use cotton t-shirts for buffing, never synthetic fabrics that can create micro scratches. After applying, the polish should sit for exactly 20 minutes before buffing to allow proper absorption. Beyond scratch prevention, this homemade formula creates a water-resistant surface that protects tables from inevitable spills. The shine develops such depth that people can actually check their reflection while eating dinner. Unlike commercial sprays that create temporary surface shine, this traditional polish penetrates wood fibers to restore moisture. Even the best-maintained furniture needs proper lighting to be appreciated fully.